Hey everyone, we're here with Fred's Transcendence, and I'm gonna go ahead and do it on cam. And yeah, so I didn't want to prolong this one any longer than it has to be. I've been always wanting to do them as they came out. It's just really hard with all the materials that you have to gather and whatnot. So this is one that I could afford and that I had the fragments for. So we're gonna go ahead and do it. Hopefully it's not too late. And yeah, another blue unit. So we're probably gonna use Transcendence Felix again so you can see what he can do some more. But yeah, we'll just go and hop into it. Go ahead and do it. She looks pretty good. I do love the animation for this. It looks so pretty. I absolutely gorgeous on the rainbow colors. Oh, it feels so good. It really feels like you worked for it. It's nice. It's nice. The little thing. We have the art where she's kind of like flowing in the wind, even though she's inside. So, and then I still don't know how I feel about the rainbow outline on the characters. It makes it feel really special, but also it looks really out of place. But yeah, they don't have layers on the art, which I explained way back in the day. So basically, they're just taking the 2D art and they're trying to make it seem like it's 3D. You know, it has layers. That there's like an actual sun with sunlight and stuff like that. So they're doing the best they can, but you know, at the end of the day, they can only do so much. So I'm thinking that a lot of the newer art, if they plan on doing it that far ahead, is layered and they have like more elements that they can mess around with, and they kind of prepared for this. So yeah, hopefully that's the case. And I backed out for no reason. We're gonna take a look at her build and pretty much all her kits, and we're gonna take a look at how she was before and how she is now. This is what I'm rocking. I put this on way back in the day. I'm not gonna change it for the video. I'll probably change it if I ever end up using her actually, but yeah, this is just what I have on that I threw on there from whenever I used her, or whenever I got her at least. We have 4 skills. Okay, it looks like she has a passive and a support skill. We'll go over her later skill, then her bonus stats, because I don't think those ever change. So she does have, oops, let me pull it up with a second monitor. She does have increased all blue allies debuff resistance by 50%, pretty solid. She's got defense 10%, debuff chance 20%, and then attack 30%. Interesting, she has attack. She's like a defensive attacker, maybe. It's been a while since I've taken a look at her kit. So we have her basic here. We are going to read the initial basic first. Before Transcendence, physically attack a single enemy, 400% power and 100% chance of inflicting taunt for 2 turns. Then we have the updated version. So this one's going to be a maid's heavy blow. Physically attack one enemy. I can't talk. One enemy with 700% power with a 100% chance to inflict taunt for 2 turns. Plus, here's a new effect. If there are 3+ allies, both effects of the skill will be guaranteed to hit. Both effects, so I guess like the hit and the debuff. That's pretty cool. So, nothing crazy. It's just that the new skill kind of guarantees the basic to proc, which is okay. Like, not a big deal. Her skill 2 is going to be her passive, which is when damage gives self 30% action gauge and restores 50% maximum HP. Pretty solid for back in the day. Now we have Demi-Human Blood. At battle's start, there's a 100% chance to inflict taunt on 1 turn on 2 random enemies. When attacked, 100% chance to increase your own action gauge by 30%, so it stays the same, and recover 50% of your own max HP, stays the same. For 5 turns from the start of battle, apply damage limiter 5000 to yourself, increase attack by 30 times, or 30% times the number of blue allies. If there are 3+ blue allies, you will be immune to distraction, and blue allies will gain immunity against fatigue and stun. Okay, so this does so much more. It's far better. The damage limiter, big, like that. Taunt is really nice, but not too crazy. They kept the same sentence from the previous version, which was the 30% and the 15%. Not bad. Not bad numbers at all. Then you have attack X number of blue allies, so that's 30% times, I'm assuming you're running like a 4-man team typically, so it's like 90%, right? Then we have blue allies. If you have 3+ blue allies, you'll gain immunity to distraction, which is nice. And then the blue allies, on the other hand, gain immunity to fatigue and stun. I'd say both are kind of like uncommon debuffs, so that's kind of a shame. I don't typically see fatigue and stun as much, but you know, it's better than nothing. It's pretty good. So not bad, not bad. Overall, I'm liking Felix a little better, but you know, for her skill 3, please leave it to me. I want to see, because she has an additional skill, so I'm trying to see which one is which. 3 times. Let's see. Increase all ally. Okay, so yeah, same one. So this one's gonna be skill 3, 4-turn cooldown. Physically attack a single enemy 3 times with 333% power each hit. Has a 100% chance of inflicting taunt to the enemy for 2 turns, and of increasing the cooldowns of the enemy by 1 turn, and gives self defense. The newer version is going to be a Maid's Duty. Physically attack all enemies with 500% power with a 100% chance to inflict taunt for 2 turns and increase their skill cooldown by 1 turn. Grant yourself 2 turns of large defense up. Yeah, I kind of saw that coming. Resistance and protection. Ooh, okay, that one's really good because you get a lot of defense, and then you get resistance, and then protection. I believe protection makes it so they can't steal buffs. It's been a while since I've seen it. Then resistance is just debuff immunity, basically. So that's really nice. Overall, pretty good. They didn't increase the attack multiplier all too much, but they made it AoE, so that's really nice. So then you can inflict taunt. You have a chance of inflicting taunt for 2 turns on everyone, and then increasing their skill cooldowns by 1. So that being AoE is actually really nice. One of the best parts of her update so far. Then we have her new skill. So this one's gonna be please leave it to me. Increase every ally's action gauge by 50%. Grant incorporeal for 2 turns. Okay, here's the big stuff. Grant incorporeal for 2 turns to the ally with the lowest HP other than yourself. If your turn elapsed count is 4+, apply retroactive on yourself. Ooh, okay, so she gives incorporeal, which is basically full dodge, to the lowest HP unit. Not the best, but she gives 50% action gauge as well, and then she does retroactive. So retroactive basically just puts her at the start of the battle again, as if she just came into the battle, which will actively, if you're super far in the battle, it'll basically reset her passive. And it says at the battle start, there's a 100% chance to inflict taunt on 1 turn on 2 random enemies when attacked. 100%. Like, basically, the entire passive will just proc over again. At least the ones that apply to the beginning of battles, like that sentence I just read. And then anything with her kit applies to that as well. It's mainly only for her passive, so she gets to taunt enemies whenever she uses that skill. So she can do a lot of taunting. Basically, it's just giving her skill 3, this one, a chance to taunt from her passive, basically. And then for 5 turns, the start battle, apply damage limiter, so she can also apply the damage limiter on herself again. So you're basically always going to have that up, because you have 5 turns to do that, and then you can just use the skill 3 over and over if you have your cooldown's really low. Overall, like a really strong unit. I'd probably go all defense on her. Again, the only units in the game that can counter her are Rhines, because they ignore defense. Other than that, for the most part, or at least Rhines inherently ignore defense, but I think there might be another unit that just came out that ignores defense, if I'm not mistaken. I'm trying to think. There might be some other units, but overall, she's really good. I mean, either way, you can just use it for PvE if like one worst comes to worst. She sounds really good. I don't know how much of a showcase we'll be able to do with this boss here, because he's not too hard. I'm trying to think of other hard bosses in the game, but I'm not too sure. Let's try and find my blue team. We'll throw her on there. Okay. I think we probably want to replace Anastasia. She's a little too offensive. Let's see if we can find Fred. Where's she at? Also, again, you saw my build at the beginning of the video, so I don't expect it to be any crazy form of defense. Hopefully, you know, it comes out pretty good, but I won't expect much, you know. Obviously, she has a bunch of defense built in, but I did not build her the best. So she's also an Amelia camp unit, which is kind of like super good. So That is definitely one thing not to sleep on. She has access to a lot of great stuff. It's been a while, so I don't know what kind of defense memories I have. I'm just trying to see if I can just build into that like core aspect of her. I don't want to give her anything fancy. My game doesn't freeze up on me using a filter. Okay, thank God. I was getting worried. Okay, so this one looks like attack. This one might be defense. Hopefully it doesn't take a year. It's gonna happen every time, isn't it? We might have to just go in with what we have. This one, I don't think this one's attack. Okay, it's defense. Okay, yeah, this one is just normal defense and some other stuff. I don't know what that does. Hopefully it's not too big a deal. Alright, let's just take her in and see what happens. We are running off Minerva's leader skill. I think that's HP, so. Alright, let's see. We'll just get rid of these targets. Okay, we can already see her taunt take into effect. It happened twice already, which is really good. Might want to build her defense chance a little high. I'd probably go full defense on 1 through 10 on the hammers, and then probably on all 5, I'd probably go debuff chance. I don't know. I just like having super round numbers like that, so I kind of want her to get a turn here. So yeah, she gets resistance. Oh my gosh, she gets so much stuff. So this one's turn elapsed. I want to see how that plays again. Let's see. Increase every action gauge, 2 turns. Turn elapsed counts 4+. You apply retroactive to yourself. Okay, so you have to wait the 4 turns. So basically on the last turn, when your damage limiter is about to run out, that's when you can apply it again. So you'll basically always have it up. So you don't want to use this until turn 4, unless you know you can get your cooldowns back. So we'll use this. And then we'll get the huge defense up. We get the protection. We get the debuff immunity. It looks like it's 3 turns. Okay, yeah. Pretty solid turn count there. Who's it? 3 turns. Yourself. It says grant yourself 2 turns. I might have another unit that increases buff. It might be like Minerva or something that increases buff count. But yeah, it's normally supposed to be 2 turns, but she has 3 turns here. So not bad. Definitely good on the team. I think she does work well with this team. I feel like this team could work really well. Rem maybe was replaceable. I had like probably Chocolatier Rem or something a little more high end. But yeah, this team's like really good. Mono Blue is just really fun. Super toxic too. You just get rid of their HP a lot. Alright, just have fun. Beat up on Anastasia. Alright, I want Felix, or not Felix, Fred to get another turn. Let me see. Hopefully that happens. Okay, here she is. We're on turn 2. Basically just use the same thing over and over again. I guess we can showcase the basic. Just guaranteed hits. Now she, the enemy has taunt. So that's nice. And then we're just going through it. So she's, again, really great defensive unit. Want to keep those cooldowns really low so you can constantly just have her be like the ultimate tank. She's really good, actually. Now that I'm thinking about it, like just like seeing her in action and being able to utilize a lot of stuff. That might be PvE counters or PvP counters, but I do like her in PvE. She's working really well right now, so I might throw her on my Mono Blue team from now on. She seems really good. I love Transcendence units, man. They do such a good job with these units for the most part. I was really disappointed with Mimi, but I think she's like the only one I've been disappointed with. The rest of the cats, I don't think I read, or at least remember what they do. But I saw, I think that one Japanese YouTuber I linked in my other video. I can't remember her name, but she was using like a Tivi. I think I might have seen it on Twitter or like another YouTube video, but they were using like a Tivi, so I was like, I wanted to see what was up with him, because it's kind of weird to see them use those cats. I was trying to use Mimi for the weekly event, or not weekly, but you know, the event currently out, and she just, I don't know, wasn't cutting it. It was mainly just for her damage, like nothing about her Transcendence I was like utilizing. So yeah, either way, she came out really good. This Fred is a really solid upgrade. I do like her quite a bit. She's probably gonna get a lot of use out of me, so I'm really excited to use her and stuff. So that's gonna do it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Definitely, again, good investment for your materials and whatnot, and I'll see you guys next time. Later.